Over the span of 4 months, 64 teams go through blood, sweat, and tears, all on the same mission to find themselves in Columbia, Missouri. That leads us to now. The final 4 teams will duke it out for the same hope. They'll hoist the trophy in the air and be crowned the King of Missouri. The Nixa Eagles will take on the Oak Park Northmen here in the first semifinal matchup. I'm Brady Reaton alongside my partner, Aiden Hopkins. Aiden, how are you feeling about today?
Doing good, man. We're on courtside Mizzou Arena. You can't ask for much more. We're just blessed to be able to do this.
I mean, for sure, we are so blessed to be here, and what a game we have on our hands, folks. The 29-1 Oak Park Northmen, their only loss is coming from North Crowley, coming out of Texas, and the Eagles having 2 losses in this season, of course, one to Bolivar in that quarterfinal game in the blue and gold that has shocked everybody, that everybody's still dragging out about this Eagles team, and that loss to Park Hill after being up by 20 or 25 at one point. So this game should be a great game for sure with these two teams. Looking back at that Rockhurst game where the Eagles came out on top in a very, very big win, 58-49. Aiden, what did you have to take away from that game?
That they will not go away to any challenge. This team does not back down from a challenge. That team was talked about how big they were and how Rockhurst was probably favored in that game. And for the most part, I felt like even though they were down at half, I felt Nixa controlled that game the whole game. I think that Nixa had control every single minute of that game.
And I agree with you, Aiden. Even though it was 29-28 going into halftime, it felt like Coach Blanchett and the squad had everything under control. You know, they had quite a few turnovers. I don't have that number on me. We didn't get our stats updated, but it seemed like there was quite a bit of turnovers going into that game. Lackadaisical passes, just very, very low effort on the offensive side of the ball, it felt like at first from the Eagles. But then they came out of that second half, and it was kind of like a torpedo punched you in the mouth.
Yeah, they are really good adjusting at halftime, and I feel like that's the biggest thing about this school. This team is that they have the ability to adjust at halftime, and they can switch up so many great things. So whenever they're down at half, I don't think anybody bats an eye, and they know they have the ability to come back anytime.
And let's take a look over at the Oak Park Northmen. The player to watch, Corbin Allen. Leading scorer, averages 16.6 points per game, and he's committed over at San Diego University. Really just stands in at 6'5", 180 pounds. He's played in every game this year, and dude is he's an animal. He only shoots about 29% from 3, but he will put it to work inside.
Yeah, this team's he's a 6'5" guard, which is very impressive. Excuse me, listed as a forward, but the thing is that these two teams are going to match up very well. These are two very small teams that don't really have a true center. And I think that's where Adam McKnight's going to have his field day inside. He's going to have some work inside, and if he can get going, it's going to be hard for Oak Park to stop him.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you want to look inside. It talks about blocking out these two, and that's exactly what the Eagles need to do, blocking out. I think Adam McKnight has played with a lot of motion and played really high. His high motor has came to work inside. And, you know, he might not be the biggest. He stands in about 6'3", 6'4", but, man, will he go to work. And we saw that in that Rockhurst game. He played with tons of emotion. He may have walked away with a technical foul, but I think that benefited the Eagles in a way. The way he went in there, he kept his head down and went to work. Just really benefited the Eagles. Another guy who came in and put in a lot of work inside was Colt McCoy. McKnight had 2 fouls in the first quarter. We saw him out for the entirety of the first half after only playing 4 minutes in the first quarter. And Colt McCoy held his own along with Lane Meltebarger in that matchup.
Yeah, and then Adam McKnight came in, and he had his way inside. So he knew what his job was. I mean, he finished with, I think, 11 points. There it is. Found it there. And, yeah, he just had a really good game inside, even though he didn't play most of that first half. But just talking defensively for the Nixa Eagles, I mean, I think right here they're going to come out in the zone, force Oak Park to shoot, because I think that's their discomfort is their ability to shoot. So if they come out, force them to shoot, work inside of the zone. Randy Flint, he's coming on the steal record. He needs 4 to tie, 5 to break in the next 2 games. He's at 77 steals in the season. The record is 81, held by head coach Central Bulldogs Jordan Epps.
77 steals as a season is insane, especially when you miss 3 games.
Yeah, that is also a pretty good point, that he had the ability to probably break it by this point, as he is really good on the defensive side.
And I did get that number calculated over here with turnovers in that Rockhurst game. The Eagles had 18 turnovers, and that's not what you want. It was quite a few from the starters, and 3 coming from, I believe that was from Meisner and McCoy and Vincent. So limiting those turnovers is exactly what you need in this game, because if you don't limit those, Oak Park could run away with this.
Yeah, they're going to take advantage of that easily. And this year the ratio is they have forced 419 turnovers, and this year they have only had 298 as a team. So that's almost – it's about a little more over 100 more turnovers forced than they have as a team. So they're going to have to limit those turnovers if they want to win games. That's how they've won most of those games this year.
Now to the road to the Final Four for this Oak Park Northman team. It was started off with Central from St. Joseph, Missouri. It was a win, 96-53, and then they moved on to play Park Hill, who inevitably beat the Eagles in that game at home. It was that semifinal game in the NIT. The Eagles were up by 79-52. North Kansas City, one of the best teams in Missouri, fell to Oak Park, 59-52. Then you look over at that Blue Springs South game, and, I mean, it was a close game at half. It was a 2-point game at half. It ended up being an 18-point win in the quarterfinals for the Northmen.
Yeah, this is a team that, like we mentioned about Nixa, they have the ability to change anything they want at halftime, and they have the ability to do it well. I mean, their coaching staff is, if not the best in the state, really great players, really coachable players, and they have the ability to switch things up all the time. So you're going to keep Nixa going to be on their toes all night.
For sure. Now let's take over at the Eagles starting five guys to watch. Bryce Foster coming off the bench in that last game, and Lane Meltebarger filled his role perfectly, in my opinion. He played amazing in that game, but today we see Bryce Foster roll back into that starting guard position, knowing how quick and fast this Oak Park team is. Lane Meltebarger will make a difference off the bench. I don't know if Oak Park's prepared for Lane, but Lane comes in by surprise every single week, and I would not be shocked if he had a big game tonight.
Yeah, I think the one thing here for the Nixa Eagles is this got to stay out of foul trouble. If Bryce Foster, Keon Flint gets in foul trouble, or Randy Flint gets in foul trouble early, or Adam, the only person that doesn't get in foul trouble a lot in the starting lineup is Jace Combs. So you got to make sure that they do not get in foul trouble, and if they do, it can get ugly fast for this Nixa team.
Combs averaging 15.2 points per game. You know, he's had quite the postseason and quite the march for the Combs family. Cale Combs going to duke it out later tomorrow against Mizzou. They're coming in as an 11 seed, the Drake Bulldogs. And then Jace Combs playing in a Final Four game here. So both brothers playing in big playoff games coming up soon. Combs now, his story has been quite the story. He had 19 against Kickapoo with the final point coming at the buzzer. He pulls up and, I mean, drains a shot, and that's kind of been the story of this Eagles postseason.
Yeah, I think that if that game goes to overtime, I don't know if Nixa comes out on top there. But, yeah, I think that this team is really good at responding to adversity.
Coach Brock Blanson now coming into his first Final Four appearance. He actually had a Final Four appearance as an assistant coach coming in that last year of the Osborne era. And now Coach Blanson has brought him back to this matchup. The Eagles won that game, and he is a record. I mean, his record is insane.
Yeah.
77-9 at the helm in Nixa. Coach Blanchett is well on his way to a Hall of Fame career here at Nixa as the head coach. And a win today and a win tomorrow would, I think it would solidify his spot in a Hall of Fame as a coach, moving from an assistant coach to a head coach. He has done everything this program has needed.
Yeah, I mean, and he's doing a great job. But also, I want to give props to Coach Boyce. I mean, a really good assistant coach, probably. That's the guy you want with you if you're a head coach. He does a really great job scouting. Lincoln Boyce, I mean, he's a great assistant coach too, man. I mean, come on, hard to leave him out. But
yeah, of course, the son of Coach Boyce, Lincoln Boyce, third grader at Matthews Elementary. You got to put him in there.
Yeah, but, I mean, this coaching staff's been really great all year, and I think
the one thing I like about this coaching staff is how close they are together. I mean, they are very close together, and they do a lot of work, and they really provide this team with the best opportunities, and the Nixa Eagles have ran off of that.
Yeah, I mean, they have the ability to change the game in a matter of moments. I mean, this team is just so fast. So I'm interested to see how this game's going to go. It's going to be fast-paced. I don't see any much slow-paced stuff going on here.
Not at all. I mean, both teams kind of running that run-and-gun style of offense. I wouldn't be shocked if Oak Park came out in a press early. But the thing is, the Eagles they can show. This team can break a press with ease with how quick they are. They're a very fast and upbeat team, and they have a lot of depth. I mean, we haven't got to see guys like Vincent or Kellis as much here in the later half of the postseason, but they could definitely make an impact in this game knowing how fast it's going to be. I can't wait to see the stamina coming out of the Flint brothers. Those guys can play for hours on end. I mean, you look at football season, both guys played both sides of the ball for the Eagles at moments. Kevon Flint, more than others, would go out there on defense. The entire Kirkwood game, Kevon was playing a little bit of a nickel strong safety look, and he played amazing. So I'm ready to see the stamina in this 32 minutes of basketball.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, and I'm really excited to see how this goes.
We're going to send it down to our public address announcer for the national anthem and starting lineups. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to this edition of Nixa Basketball.
Develop better citizens for the future. Let's all do our part in displaying good sportsmanship throughout today's game.
Dude, someone needs to show Adam this. I had to take a screenshot of it. Yes. The random high school choir.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as the St. Pius X of Festus Concert Choir, under the direction of Doug Schaefer, performs our national anthem. We direct your attention courtside to introduce the team ambassadors for today's game. Ambassadors for the Northmen are Jack Crowhart and Steve Morris. Team ambassador for the Eagles is Sarah Blakemore. Ambassadors serve as assistants to the team, helping them enjoy their stay in Columbia. Please join us in thanking them for their time and support. Now let's meet today's lineups. First with the coaches and non-starters from Oak Park, 29-1 on the season. Head coach, Sharon Collins. Assistant coaches, David Bridger, Adam Kalzinga, Kendon McLean, Joe Miller, and Zane Tanner. Non-starters from Oak Park. Number 2, Donovan Ross. Number 3, Corbett Barnhill. Number 5, Aiden Fields. Number 10, Emmanuel Cope. Number 14, Brody Vaughn. Number 23, Emmanuel Dane. Number 24, Jekiah Duff. And now let's meet with the non-starters and coaches from Nixa, 27-2 on the season. Head coach, Brock Lansing. Assistant coaches, Andrew Boyce, David Ferguson, and Scott Miller. And now for the non-starters, number 5, Lane Malkenberger. Number 10, Owen Sykes. Number 12, Colt McCoy. Number 13, Ty Kellis. Number 14, Matthew Meisner. Number 24, Wyatt Vincent. And now let's meet the starting lineups. For the Northmen, a 5'10" junior, number 1, Adam Tanner. For the Eagles, a 6-foot senior, number 1, Bryce Foster. For the Northmen, a 6'4" junior, number 4, Josh Corey. For the Eagles, a 6-foot senior, number 2, Kevon Flint. For the Northmen, a 6'5" senior, number 11, Corbin Allen. For the Eagles, a 6'1" junior, number 3, Randy Flint. For the Northmen, a 6'3" senior, number 22, Caleb Estes. For the Eagles, a 6'3" senior, number 11, J.C. Cole. For the Northmen, a 6'3" senior, number 25, Zeke Brown. For the Eagles, a 6'4" sophomore, number 21, Adam McKnight.
And welcome back here to Norm Stewart Court here in Mizzou Arena on the campus of the University of Missouri in Columbia, Missouri. We're here for the Class 6 semifinal matchup between the Nixa Eagles and the Oak Park Northmen. The Nixa Eagles wearing their home whites and the Northmen wearing their away blacks. And we are just moments away here from tip-off. If you're just now tuning in, I'm Brady Reton alongside my partner, Aiden Hopkins. Aiden, how are we feeling right about now?
Feeling good. The environment's good, and I think it's going to be a good one.
I think this one's going to be a great one. Corbin Allen, Adam McKnight, two of the best players on the court, both wearing number 11. Like we said, Allen and Combs as well. I am excited for this one, and we are moments away from tip-off. Standing at the Tiger, it will be Adam McKnight and Josh Corey. And the tip is up and it's away, and it's won by the Eagles. Possession handled there by Bryce Foster. Foster met quickly now by Brown. He crosses the timeline. He drives in the corner, hands it over to McKnight. McKnight switching off, there's Zeke Brown. Picks it up now at the 15-foot line. Spinning with his pivot foot, finds Randy Flint. Flint now brings out beyond the arc. Flint slows it up. He's driving now with his right, spinning, driving baseline, throws it across court and right into our table. Is a turnover for the Nixa Eagles. And down goes my drink.
Yes. It's a tough loss for you, Brady, but
tough turnover for the Eagles as well.
Also tough for possession.
And now moving up court fast, the short two, rims in and out, rebound by Bryce Foster. Now bringing it up court. Foster crosses the timeline. He finds a hole, hands it off McKnight. He pump fakes, throws it up, won't finish there. Fighting for the board, he'll find the hands of Josh Corey. Corey now to bring it up. He's guarded by Foster, driving with his right. Picks up his dribble, kicks it out. He'll find Corbin Allen now. Allen hands it off to Adam Tanner. Tanner now stands at the Tiger.
The Eagles coming out in a 2-3 zone here.
Here's Estes now. Estes picks up his dribble, back over to Zeke Brown. Now in the corner, shooting, thinking about a pump fake there. Now top of the key. Here's Estes. Estes in the corner. Corbin Allen, contested three. He gets it to fall, and the first points go to the Northmen.
Yeah, tough shot there.
We're a minute 30 into this matchup, and Oak Park gets their first points up on the board and the first points of the game. Here's a spin move, step back, fading away. Kevon Flint off the iron, won't fall. Now the Northmen are going to push it up court. Estes crosses the timeline. Now going to work Brown. Brown back out, three-point shots away. Josh Corey's three, no good. Poked out of bounds there by Corbin Allen. It will be Eagles basketball.
Yeah, Oak Park seems pretty confident, but just not getting shots to fall. Got it 1-3 to fall. But the Eagles, man, they can't get anything. No good looks. This Oak Park defense looked really good so far.
Combs inbounded here on the press. Everybody will retreat besides Zeke Brown. Zeke Brown will follow Foster all the way up. Crossing the timeline, attacks now, spinning off Foster. He finds an open lane, looks in the corner. Kevon Flint now. Flint across court, now the far wing three from Flint, and it is good. Randy Flint gets the first points for the Eagles.
He is just one of the best shooters I've ever seen when he's wide open at the three-point line. He just looks so comfortable.
Here's Corbin Allen now, hops through the lane, throws it around. Took quite a few steps there in between. No travel call, now top of the key. Brown takes a long three, rims in and out, grabbing the board. There's Kevon Flint. Flint now trapped, he gets it up to Randy Flint. Flint putting some pressure on now, finds a hole, spinning, stands at the SEC, throws it up. A foul will be called. It'll send Randy Flint to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, Randy Flint, a really good job there. And yeah, found his way inside, drew the foul. Just a little bit of a lean there.
Randy Flint, a 73% free throw shooter. The first free throw's away, and it is no good. The Eagles have quite a history of free throw shooting in big games and in big gyms.
Yeah, the depth perception is just something that isn't talked about a lot. I feel like it's so hard to be playing in a high school gym to switch something like this.
Flint's second free throw's away, and it will rim on in. Third time's the charm. Now the Eagles will lead 4-3 with 5:28 left on the game clock. Now a little back and forth action between Tanner and Estes. Estes now controls it. He stands at the Show Me Showdown logo. Gets it over. Here's Zeke Brown. Brown now. Bounce pass inside, taken away, finding it in the hands of Jace Combs. Combs now going to put some pressure on this Northman team.
I haven't seen the ball in Combs' hands offensively just yet.
Kicks it out. Combs thinks about it. Sidestep. Takes a college three. No good. It gets blocked. Now pushing up court. Here's Zeke Brown in pursuit. Blocking him. There's Randy Flint. A big block from Flint. Now Kevon's going to push it up court. Gets it over to Randy Flint. He makes a man miss. Driving to the hole. Looks for Combs. Combs left open. Drives. Now the short two for Combs, and he won't get it to fall. Rebound there by Corbin Allen.
And that's the look you want.
Now driving, Tanner, he throws it up. A foul's going to be called on Kevon Flint. But what a good job on transition there from Randy Flint.
Yeah, that was a really good job there defensively from Randy Flint. And Nixa's getting the looks. He's not hitting now. Just total opposite of what was happening at the start of the game.
4:36 left on the clock. 4-3 is your score. First free throw's away, and it is good from Adam Tanner. Now checking into the game will be Aiden Fields.
Yeah, Oak Park goes to their bench first. Not really sure how deep this team is. I mean, they have 8 people on their team picture, so I guess that's the only 8 that ever get minutes.
Second free throw from Tanner is good. It gives them the lead. Oak Park, a 75.6% free throw shooting team.
Pretty good as a team.
It's really good as a team. The Eagles now coming in as a 60.8. Here's Bryce Foster now working off a screen from McKnight. Giving it to McKnight. McKnight finds a hole, tucks through, throws it up, and lays it in for two. Allen stands there and just watches him lays it in. Doesn't even try on the defensive side of the ball there.
I think he knew if he tried to, he would end up fouling him, so he'd rather limit the easy two than get the and one there.
Here's Adam Tanner, moves it around, finds Josh Corey. Corey back to Tanner, now swinging around the perimeter. Here's Estes, Euro step through the lane, the long two, no good. Rebound there by Kevon Flint. He hops over a defender, now pushes down court. The Eagles have the numbers, driving through the lane, fading away, no good. Fighting for the boards, McKnight somehow kept in bounds, but finds the hands of Kevon Flint. Gets it back out to Randy Flint.
That's insane hustle there by the Eagles.
Here's McKnight now on the high post. He's driving, guarded by, I believe that was Corbin Allen. A foul's going to be called on Allen as he kind of wrapped up McKnight there. Now checking into the game, we're going to see Zeke Brown back in. Out comes Josh Corey.
Yeah, not much rest there for Brown.
Here's Randy Flint, gets it over now to the high post. McKnight stumbling, keeps his dribble alive, gets it over. Combs takes it, NBA three, no good. Rebound there by Aiden Fields. Fields now finds a hole, drives through, little bounce pass inside, blocked by Combs. It's going to be a jump ball, remains Northman basketball. A little snatch block there by Combs from behind to tie him up.
Yeah, it was really good defense from behind by Combs. Made sure he didn't get his body inside. Just worked with his hands and a great block.
Throwing up into the backcourt. Here's Adam Tanner. And out of bounds was Caleb Estes. Eagles basketball. Both teams shooting below 30% from the field. The Eagles 28% and the Northmen 20%. Here's Jace Combs now, swings it around. Finds Kevon Flint now on the far wing. Back over, jab step, Combs thinks about it. Coming off a screen now, driving to the hole. Drives through the lane, throws it off the glass, no good. Rebound there by Zeke Brown. A foul will be called on Jace Combs, kind of out of frustration there.
Yeah, Combs just needs to get us locked in here. He wants to see one go through the hoop, so he tried to drive there. He had a McKnight there on the roll, so it was a 2-on-1 basically in, and the defender bit on Combs, and Combs took the shot.
The Eagles yet to hit that bench, and Oak Park hitting it hard. We're going to see Josh Corey check back into the game. Out goes Caleb Estes. Tanner now gets it over, driving across court now, far wing. Back to the top of the key, Tanner, Euro step. Falls to the ground. I don't know how that wasn't a travel, but gets the pass off.
Turns it over.
Turn it over. He went 1-2 then landed, did he not?
Yeah, I thought he was. Either way, Eagles basketball is.
The story of this game was a lot different than that first semifinal matchup. Now driving, Shamanov pulls that one out. Throwing it in the corner, here's Randy Flynn. He thinks about it, now working to his right. Finds a hole, spins back out to McKnight, over to Kevon Flynn. He fires away from three, it's gonna be long. Rebound by Zeke Brown. That game was about a 19-18 game going at the end of the first quarter. And wow, what some ball movement there. Can't finish the putback, also no good. A foul's gonna be called on the second putback opportunity by Josh Corey.
Yeah, just gotta make sure to get those rebounds so those second chance points and fouls are out of the question. A really good contest on the first one. Possibly could have been a foul on the first one as well, but nothing.
Free throws away, and it is no good. Rims in and out. And here comes Lane Meltebarger. Bryce Foster will check out of the game. Donovan Rose and Caleb Estes will check in. Out goes Tanner and Aiden Fields.
Kevon Flint leading the way for the Eagles in rebounds. He's at 3 right now.
Randy Flint leading the way in the points department. For the tie here, the second free throw's away, and it's nothing but net. Josh Corey will tie it up with his first point of the game. Randy Flint now going to work. He'll be guarded by Caleb Estes. Now Flint driving to his left. Hands it over to Combs. Combs is being face guarded here. Jab step looking for some room. Zeke Brown giving him none. Here's Lane Meltebarger. Swings it around. Over to Kevon Flint. Flint now putting on the handles. Coming off a screen now. Looks for the roll. Looks inside. Here's McKnight. McKnight on the block. Stepping through. Putting it up and off the glass. And McKnight will get it to finish his fourth point of the night.
Yeah, he's been really good inside lately. It's been good to see him grow inside the past couple months.
Combs jumping on a two-pointer shot by Brown. No good. Rebound inside by Corbin Allen, and he gets an easy putback.
Yeah, he was sandwiched between two Eagles, and the ball came right to him. And I don't know who it was in front of him, but they just didn't have they had their back turned.
Combs now going to work, looking for some separation, driving through the lane, looks inside off the hands of Lane Meltebarger on the no-look pass. It will shoot out of bounds.
Yeah, he had the look there.
That's one you need to fall. Oak Park has quite the student showing here in Mizzou Arena. The Eagles, on the other hand, not as much. It's the majority of the Nixa Eagles baseball team here.
Yeah.
So Coach Hughes brought him up to get some practices in before the season and support Coach Blansitz in the squad. Here's a two-point shot. It's up, no good. Rebound by McKnight. Josh Corey just having all the room in the world. McKnight not even stepping up on him there. 18 seconds left on the clock. The Eagles setting up now the last shot. Sowell tied up 8-8. Combs going to work now. Pulls it out beyond the arc. 9 seconds left on the clock. He's driving now behind his back, and now a little hand gesture and hand fighting between Zeke Brown and Jace Combs. A foul will be called there on Brown. This is going to be Brown's first foul. Adam Tanner will check it back into the game. Out comes Josh Corey. Now the inbounds. Here comes Randy Flint. 4 seconds left on the clock. Flint going to work. Step back, driving through the lane. Fading away, and he'll get poked free. Won't get the shot off. All tied up. 8-8 at the end of one. We're going to take a quick break. This break brought to you by Beauty and Wellness Co. We'll be back. And welcome back here to this second semifinal matchup. Both teams playing for a shot at the state championship game in Class 6. The winner will move on to play Chaminade out of St. Louis. Loser will play Lafayette Wildwood in the third place game. All tied up here at 8. It's been very even keel, a lot of defense. Randy Flint looking to get going here. He's blocked from behind. He'll be out of bounds. It'll remain Eagles basketball.
Yeah, the defenses for both teams have been absolutely suffocating. Not much work inside. I mean, both these teams are small, you'd say. I think Oak Park has a little bit of a size advantage here, but
they're not the strongest, though. Here's the top of the key. Here comes Jace Combs. Combs now coming off a screen. Poked away there, falling on the ground. Here on the fast break, driving Adam Tanner. He'll lay it in to give the advantage to the Northmen.
Yeah, Combs had no idea. That was a jolt of lighting from Adam Tanner. I mean, he was just there so quick.
Here's Kevon Flint now. Bounce pass into the high post, spinning. Meltabari, he gets poked free now. Oak Park working in transition, driving through the lane, getting tangled up. A foul's going to be called. I don't know how that wasn't traveling or a jump ball.
Yeah, I agree there. I don't know how that wasn't a jump ball. That was all ball in my opinion.
We're going to see Caleb Estes go to the line. Bryce Foster and Ty Kellis will head to the scores table. First Ty Kellis appearance here in this one. Free throws away, and it is no good. Estes usually an 82% free throw shooter, 97 for 118 coming into this game. Second free throw away, and it will be nothing but net there from Estes, his first points of the day. Foster to bring it up now. Driving on Tanner. He'll spin off of him. Using McKnight as a screen. McKnight coming back on the screen. Now driving. Here's Foster. And they're going to call a charge there on Bryce Foster.
Yeah, I think the elbow was up, but I didn't see an extension. But, yeah, just that's going to get the ref's attention every time you put the arm up.
Now bringing it up court, it will be Donovan Ross. Ross now guarded by Foster. Swung around here to Tanner. Tanner, a skip pass over to Estes, back to Ross. Now in the corner, Brown swinging around the perimeter, driving. Now taking a 15-footer, the jump shot, nothing but net. Caleb Estes.
It's getting ugly now for Nixa's defense. Might be time to shy away from that zone and try something else.
Flint now going to work. He's driving, spinning, Looks in the corner. One-hand grab there by Foster. Foster through some contact. Steps through. Gets over McKnight. McKnight gets a jump, and he'll lay it in for two. Some good ball movement there under a lot of pressure from the Eagles.
It's a great look by Foster.
And poking that one away. It'll be Eagles basketball. Forcing the turnover there will be Randy Flint. And that was a needed turnover for the Eagles.
Yeah, Eagles, they cannot let Oak Park get momentum, because if they do, they will run away with it. So they've got to keep this game in reach at all times.
Here's Jace Combs coming off a screen, kicked in the corner. Foster now driving baseline, poked away there. Find the hands of Randy Flint. Flint now driving, picks up his dribble, kicks it out to Combs. Combs now driving to his left, tuck through, looks inside, finds Bryce Foster. Foster through some contact. He'll finish for two. A small player playing very big there.
Yeah, that's a good bucket for Foster. Hasn't done what he wanted to points-wise the past couple of games, so good to see that one going for him.
Driving, kicking it out. Here's Tanner. Tanner finds a hole, poked free. The floater, no good. Rebound there inside. Fading away, another one. Poked out of bounds, rebound by Randy Flint. Flint's going to push it up court now. Hustling back was Corbin Allen after those two missed attempts. Driving through the lane. Flint picks up his dribble, lays it in, won't finish. McKnight through some contact, and the Eagles have the lead. 14-13. McKnight puts some work inside.
Yeah, he can also shift the momentum really quickly as well.
Here's Adam Tanner. Swings it around, a skip pass over to Donovan Ross. Looks inside. Corbin Allen stepping through, and he hooked around. Definitely not illegal. A little hand check there from McKnight in the process. But you can't hook. And that will be the second foul on McKnight here in the first half. Kevon Flint will check into the game. Out comes Combs, and Lane Meltebarger will come in. Out comes Adam McKnight.
This is where it's going to get ugly, possibly. I mean, Allen's been really good on McKnight inside, I feel like. All of McKnight's points are either second chances or really good ball movement from the Eagles.
Corbin Allen takes a contested shot, and the putback is good. There's Josh Corey. A little size disadvantage between Corey and Kevon Flint. Corey now up to 4 rebounds after that putback. Combs will quickly enter this game again. Randy Flint now going to work, driving to his left, kicking it out of bounds. It'll be Eagles basketball. No, excuse me, it'll be Northman's basketball. We're going to see Aiden Fields and Jace Combs check into the game. Kellis will check out, so will Adam Tanner. 4:39 left here in the first. 15-14, the Northmen lead. The Eagles remain in this 2-3 zone. Caleb Estes swung around the corner. Zeke Brown for three. He gets it to fall. First three coming from Zeke Brown, and the first points for Zeke Brown here halfway through the second quarter. Now a 4-point lead, the largest lead of the night for the Northmen. Now on the high post, here's Meltebarger spinning. He gets tangled up. A foul's going to be called on Caleb Estes. That's to be Estes' first personal foul, the first team foul. Colt McCoy will head to the scores table, and that's someone I question if he was going to get some time tonight. But they're going to give Flynn a break. He's going to have to put in some really heavy work inside for the Eagles team.
Yeah, he's strong, so he's going to have to use that strength.
I think he could have a very quick impact in this game if his role is played right. Foster will be the trigger man. The Eagles set up here in a little I formation. The break is away and finds Combs coming off a screen. Now stands at the Norm Stewart on the court. He brings it back out beyond the arc. Now driving, tuck through, and a traveling violation is going to be called there on Combs. A costly turnover there for the Eagles.
Yeah, Combs can't get anything to go his way right now.
Combs just not his normal self here in the first half. 0 points, no rebounds. Don't think he has an assist. No assists and a foul. McKnight will heads back, bearing the 2 fouls. Bounce pass over. Thinking about the 3 there will be Aiden Fields. Looks inside now, Josh Corey. He takes a long 2, falls short. Rebound by Colt McCoy. He gets it up to Kevon Flint. Flint now guarded by Aiden Fields. Count hasn't started yet. Fields frustrated without the count. And now working around. Here's Kevon Flint slipping and sliding. Looks inside. Colt McCoy goes up. He's blocked hard there by Corbin Allen. Now Allen's going to push it up court. He's going to look for a hole. Driving through the lane, kicks it out. Aiden Fields takes a contested three. Won't get it. The fall rebound by Combs. I don't think Colt McCoy was expecting that at all.
Yeah, that was out of nowhere.
Combs now left open. He takes a three, looking for one to fall. Won't get it to fall. Rebound inside by Corbin Allen after getting tipped out of the hands of Colt McCoy. Weaving through some defenders, poked away there by Kevon Flint from behind. Adam McKnight will check back into the game. Colt McCoy will check out. No, Lane Melteparker will check out.
I don't think we've ever seen this look before.
Randy Flint will check back in. I'm not mad about this look at all. I'm guessing they're going to give Foster a break here. They will. This lineup will play very big. Kevon Flint, the smallest guy on the court, I think is leading the Eagles in rebounds right now.
Yeah, like we mentioned all year, he may be small, but he'll get up there and get rebounds.
One of the most athletic guys on this court is Kevon Flint, bearing the size difference from everybody else. Here's Adam Tanner now, swinging it around the perimeter. Now near wing to the top of the key. Tanner finds a hole inside, back out. Aiden Fields for a three. He fires away, no good. Fighting for the board will be Randy Flint, keeping it alive. Now the long outlet pass inside to Kevon Flint, getting a man to jump. Awkward angle, and he'll lay it in for two. Kevon Flint will get his first points of the night.
It's a really good pass from Randy Flint there. Full court.
A little jump ball there.
Yeah.
Looks in the corner. Here's Zeke Brown. Brown now working around the arc. Gets it over to Tanner. Tanner now to Aiden Fields. Fields 0 for his last two. Driving in. Tanner thinks about it at the 15-foot mark. Back over. Now the near wing three's away, and that's going to be off to the left. Rebound by Colt McCoy. He'll find the hands. Another long pass here to McKnight. The bounce pass inside, getting a man to jump. Jace Combs won't get it to fall. McKnight on the putback will lay it up and will be fouled, and Combs is under quite a bit of pressure right now after that missed layup.
And Combs, like we mentioned, he's just stunned. But now he's putting that Jace Combs smile back on his face. And fix it.
McKnight's free throws away, and it rims in and out. We're going to see Josh Corey check back into the game. In comes Aiden Fields. Free throws away from McKnight, and it's no good. Rebound there by Josh Corey. A timeout called by the Northmen. We're going to step aside. This break's brought to you by Beauty and Wellness Co. And welcome back here to Mizzou Arena for the final minute 45 here in the first half. The Northmen lead by 2 points. Now swinging around the perimeter, here's Zeke Brown. Now to the top of the key, Tanner. Tanner back over, firing in the hands of Caleb Estes. Estes over Corbin Allen. Handed back off to Estes. He stands in front of the Eagles bench. Back over. Now look inside. McKnight tries to jump that pass. Back out. Here's Zeke Brown, a three-point shot. A line drive, no good. Fighting for the rebound will be Corbin Allen. Tiptoeing inbounds. And a missed call there instead of out of bounds. The step through and a foul. Took about 3 more steps after the step through. No travel, no out of bounds call. The Eagles don't get it to bounce their way that time. A lot of frustration coming from head coach Brock Blancett.
Yeah, I mean, Nixon's going to get every call they can get here, and missed calls aren't going to help him at all.
Free throw's good from Zeke Brown. Adam McKnight will check back in the game. Out comes Lane Meltebarger. Second free throw coming from Zeke Brown, looking to make it a two-possession game, and it will rim on in after hitting the front iron. And now the Oak Park Northmen will come out in the press. Now backing off, here's Donovan Ross. Hands it over. Here's Kevon Flint, now high post, Adam McKnight. He steps through, rips, back out to Kevon Flint over the hands of Adam Tanner. Now driving to his left, here's Flint, step back, a long two from Flint, fading away, falls short, and he gets hit hard. Tanner now on the fast break, looks away, intercepted there by Randy Flint, now driving to the lane, kicks it out. Kevon Flint left open, corner, three's away, and it is no good. Rebound by McKnight. He goes up, blocked from behind, tipped out of bounds there by Corbin Allen. And Corbin Allen is everywhere on this floor.
Yep. Good basketball player, that's for dang sure.
That's one way to describe him. He's following Chase Combs everywhere he goes. 25 seconds left on this clock. The Eagles trail now by 4 points. Getting a hand check. There's Randy Flint driving to the rim. Picks up his dribble, looks inside, tipped away. Here's Adam Tanner on a fast break, losing control of the ball. Drives through the lane, goes up, throws it off the glass. No good, tipped out of bounds. It will remain Northman basketball. It looked like it hit Adam Tanner going out of bounds. But it will remain Northman ball with 10.5 seconds left on this clock. The trigger man is going to be Brown. He gets to the top of the key. The Eagles coming out very aggressive on Tanner. 7 seconds left on the board. Kicked into the corner. Here's Josh Corey. Corey over Allen. Allen going to work. Set back, a long three-pointer, and it's nowhere close. 20-16 is your score going into halftime. And the Northman coach not very happy with that last play call. What a game we've seen so far. Low scoring, high action. 20-16 is your score. And stay tuned, folks. We have a little special treat from Nixa's very own Drew Creed and Mason Duncan. We'll step aside and be right back. And welcome back here to Mizzou Arena. We have a little contest going on. Drew Creed, Mason Duncan of the Nixa Eagles. I have no idea who the Oak Park kids are, but this should be a fun one. And I think see who makes the most layups, and I think it's a little game of tic-tac-toe coming on. And if you want to know one thing about Drew Creed and Mason Duncan, they could really play some basketball. So it's kind of be a quick, clever game, as the PA announcer just described this one. Both teams competing, two of Nixa baseball's very own. And Drew Creed will be off to the races. He gets an early head start. The first lay from Creed is no good. He gets the second one to fall. Now Mason Duncan driving through the lane. He gets his layup to fall, and they're headed on back to the races. Drew Creed back over. He gets his to fall on the board. Now Mason Duncan setting his up. Lays it in, and they made a mistake. Here comes Drew Creed looking to lay one in, and the Nixa Eagles will do it here in this one. Drew Creed and Mason Duncan bring it home for a win. A big mistake there brings it home. Congratulations to you guys. We're now going to step aside. We'll be back after this short break, brought to you by Wise Guys Screen Printing. And welcome back here to Norm Stewart Court at Mizzou Arena on the campus of the University of Missouri. The Nixa Eagles and the Oak Park Northmen. The Northmen leading this one 20-16. And this one has been a close one, back and forth for some time. Oak Park has kept that lead now for a couple minutes. Here towards the end of that quarter, the Eagles showing some little sparks of really good offense and really good defense. Just can't get that run to keep going. I mean, they need something to click on this team. Both teams' longest run have been under 5 points. The Eagles have a 4-point run, and then the Oak Park Northmen have a 3-point run, and those both came in the first quarter.
Yeah, I think the spark we talk about is it has to be number 11 in white. I mean, he's the person that is giving them all their offense all year. So being
number
only
11
down
in black.
I'm talking about Combs.
Oh, Combs. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I'm talking about he needs to get going here because, I mean, being down 4 with Jace Combs having 0 points against his Oak Park team, that's pretty impressive, I'd say. So if we can get Jace Combs going and keep Adam McKnight in the way he is, I think this game can go pretty well.
Yeah, Jace Combs, say in a minute, he's played 15 minutes and 41 seconds. He's 0 for 4 from the field and 0 for 2 from three-point land. He really hasn't done much. He has 1 defensive rebound. He has a foul, no assists, and 2 turnovers. It's very unlike Combs.
Yeah, but he'll find his way. I mean, Randy Flynn got 1 steal in the first half, which is good. It just inches him a little closer to that record. So I think he's thinking about that. And first shot Jace Combs takes out of the locker room. First 2 shots he hits. So I think he just wants to see one go through the hoop.
Yeah, it's just kind of a mindset, I feel like. Big games call for big players. And Combs is that big player. I think he could really show how great he is, and 8 on the assist there. Hey, good play.
Thanks, man.
And we're coming down to our final seconds here before the last half of semifinal basketball and the Class 6 division. 20-16. Coach Blancett trying to get his Eagles going offensively. Oak Park trying to remain in the lead here. You can see that coaching staff was not too happy with how that quarter ended and the half ended from the Northmen.
Yeah, starting 5 coming out here for the Eagles, and
they're all smiles right now.
Yeah, McKnight's got to stay out of foul trouble. I think they know. I think the good thing about being an underdog in these type of games is there's no pressure. I mean, they know what they can do and they know how to do it, so they're gonna try to do that.
For sure. Let's talk a little bit about Sharon Collins, head coach of Oak Park. Played at KU, also played for the Charlotte Hornets back in his day. I believe he played in the 2010-2011 season, so he would have got to play back with head coach of Rockhurst as well at the University of Kansas, which is pretty interesting when you see 2 guys up north, both from the KC area, both went to Kansas, both now head coaches of their very respected programs.
The Eagles immediately coming out in this 2-3 zone here. Let's see how this Oak Park offense adjusts.
Here's Tanner, now moving it over. Caleb Estes. Estes back to Tanner. Back to Estes now. Looks inside. Corbin Allen looking for a cut. Dribbling now, hooking with his left. Back over. Settling and firing away. It's Estes for 3. No good. Fighting for the board. There's Zeke Brown. Here's Aiden Tanner. Takes a block. 2. It's long. The putback is easy there for Josh Corey.
I mean, third chance points isn't going to win games, so they got to get in there and get rebounds.
A third opportunity there for the Northmen. And here comes Randy Flint coming over to Bryce Foster. Foster now looks inside. Here's Adam McKnight. McKnight posted up. Kicked away. Back over. Finds Randy Flint through quite a few defenders. McKnight takes a long 15-footer, and it will fall. Adam McKnight gets 2 more to fall. That puts him at 10 points. The leading scorer in this one.
I think for both teams.
Yeah, for both teams. McKnight has 10. The highest score on the other end is only 5 from Corey and Allen. Looks inside. Here's Corey, hands it off. Allen reverse lay will fall. Some great ball movement shown there by the Northmen.
Yeah, this is where the zone starts to fall apart. So if you're Nixa, you need to figure out a way to stop that.
Bryce Foster kind of pushing off there on Brown to get open on the pass. Here's the rollover. McKnight driving. He takes the elbow jumper. Won't go. Rebound by Brown. Here's Tanner looking through a lane, looks back door. The reverse lay's good, wide open there was Corbin Allen. Timeout called by the Nixa Eagles, and they are off to a hot start. 26-18, a 6-2 run coming from the Northmen.
Yeah, a really good start to the half for them. Lots of backdoor cuts favoring Corbin Allen. So I think this zone is slowly finding its way out here, and they're going to have to find a way to stop those backdoor cuts.
I wouldn't be shocked if the Eagles came out on the press here in a minute. I know their team's been playing very fast, but you need to create some chaos. And I know that's one thing the Eagles are really good at, is creating chaos and controlling themselves in chaos. So I would not be shocked if Coach Blanchett switches this over to a press and a man look here soon.
Yeah, they're going to have to throw something different at the Northmen because they've been seeing the same thing the whole time. So if they go to the locker room adjusting one thing, you need to throw out something different so they don't have much time to adjust to it.
6:25 left on the clock. The Eagles now trail by 8 points, the largest lead of the night coming from either team. Now here's Randy Flint to bring it up court. Flint gets it over to Combs. Combs driving through the lane, looks in the corner, finds Bryce Foster. Foster back over to Combs. Combs settles and fires away from three. Won't go. Now here's Aiden Tanner to push it up court. He finds Zeke Brown. Brown has a wide open hole. A high floater will find the bottom of the hole. And now going up by 10 points is the Northmen.
This is where the second half starts to take control for the Oak Park Northmen.
And a snatch away there from Corbin Allen. It's going to be 2-on-1 going up, laying it in. Snatch from behind. Here's Allen. He goes up, poked away, and a foul's called on behind on Bryce Foster.
They're just so good out of the break. I don't understand what goes on in that locker room. Same thing with they did the same thing as Blue Spring South. There we got it. I mean, up 2 at half and ended up winning that game by 20.
First free throw is no good away from Allen. Second free throw's away, and it is good. It'll rim on in. Allen holds quite a few offers, all Division I, one including from Springfield's own Missouri State. Here's Kevon Flint working around a screen. Drives in the corner, kicks it over. Combs down the corner, gets to McKnight. McKnight with 5:30. He gets hit hard from Allen. No foul called there. Working through is McKnight. He'll finally get a foul called there on Adam Tanner. That'll be Tanner's second foul. Confused how they didn't have the foul on Allen. He came hard across his head there.
Yeah, that was just a hard smack right to McKnight.
Combs now coming off a screen, looking to get any offense going. He takes a floater, and it is blocked there by Brown, throwing it away and out of bounds. It'll be an Oak Park turnover.
The Eagles have got to find a way to get some points on the board here. They got to stop the bleeding.
11-point lead for the Northmen. Foster hands it off to McKnight. McKnight now driving through the lane. He finds an open hole. Hops up through the lane, throwing it up. A blocking foul will be called out on the ground. That'll be charged over to Zeke Brown. Zeke Brown's second foul. Now jump ball to Combs. He's guarded by Brown. Combs going to work. Chopping through the lane. Fading away. Won't get it to fall in the hole, but a foul will be called. Combs is 0 for 7. Wait, not 0 for 7. Excuse me. He's 0 for 5 on the game. He is 1 bucket away. If he could just see one go through that rim, I think he's going to be set for the rest of this game. Gets over, now driving through the lane, spinning, laying, throwing it up and in. A foul's going to be called first on the ground, and that misses the Eagle bucket. That's going to be, Adam Tanner's third foul.
I don't think you've ever seen both teams mad at a foul call before.
I don't think it was a foul. I think he slipped. I truly think he flipped, and that's going to move Tanner to the bench with 3 fouls. Bounce pass inside. Here's McKnight. Gets a man to jump. Patient is a virtue. Excuse me.
And McKnight's
lay it on in. Oh, and he's limping down court. There's that ankle. He's been hurting. The 15-footer is good, and not the look you want to see. Here's a pick and roll for McKnight. Hop step through, goes up through some contact, and one. Adam McKnight, and the Eagles are moving.
I said before this game that Adam McKnight's going to have his way inside if they want to win this game, and he's just keeping them above the water right now, just keeping them from drowning, and he's done a really great job offensively, so the defense needs to figure some stuff out.
And Adam McKnight, I mean, the story of two team state runs. He was a story of that football run, and now he's a story of this basketball run. He misses on the free throw. That makes him 0 for 3 from the line today. But 2 points is all you could ask for on that one. Now here's Corbin Allen calling for the screen coming from Corey. Corey now brings it on. Now Allen finds a hole. Spinning. Caught up there. Back out. Thinks about it. Now driving. Looks inside. And are they going to call a foul? Call a foul on Kevon Flint there. Out comes Bryce Foster, in comes Ty Kellis.
I really liked the McCoy Meltzberger McKnight look. I felt it was really great size-wise.
3-point shots away, and it is off. Rebound by Combs. Combs' second rebound of the day. Now moving it up. McKnight finding the corner. He's spinning through some contact. Back out. 3-point shot away. It's up from Combs. Won't fall. Fighting for the board. He'll find the hands of the Northman. Now pushing up court. Here's Fields. He'll lay it up and in. No good. Bounces off the hands. Finally finds the hands of Randy Flint. A little cartoonish action there, bouncing around. Here's Randy Flint. Looks in the corner. Combs settles. Pump fake. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds.
I mean, everything is going against Combs right now.
I don't think Combs realized there is a difference. He sees that line, and it's the college three-point line. Normally, if that's a high school three, he realizes how much room he has, and it's a big difference between the high school and the college. So seeing that three-point line, he thinks he has so much room. Maybe a step back isn't as much room as he thinks it is. And a lob play, the put up is no good. And now here's Combs moving fast. He's going to drive through the lane. Hop step through, he'll lay it on in for two, and Combs will finally find the hole to give this team a little more leeway as they're now down. Spinning, oh my goodness, hop step through the lane. The lay is no good. Rebound by McKnight. He gets it over to Randy Flint. What a move there by Corey.
Brady Richard would say, $1 million move, 10-cent finish there.
Here's McKnight driving. Hop step through, gets tangled up, puts it up. The left is no good. Fighting for the rebound, he gets tangled up. A jump ball will be called. It'll stay Eagles basketball. Now the Eagles coming back into the stack on the inbounds, looking for someone to get open. A foul's going to be called there. I believe that's Aiden Fields. It's going to be Fields' first foul, and that will put the Eagles now in the bonus. Shooting will be Kevon Flint. I don't believe the Eagles have made one free throw today, and this came from Randy Flint. Kevon Flint will get his first shot at some free throws here in Mizzou Arena. Looking at the big backdrop behind him. First free throw's away, and it is good from Kevon Flint. The Eagles pick this lead down to 6 now. Checking into the game, we're going to see Zeke Brown and Adam Tanner. Out comes Fields and Ross.
I'm not sure if Corbin Allen's left the floor yet this game. I guess for a minute in the first half.
Yeah.
He played 15 minutes in the first half. I don't think he's left just yet this half.
That's when that Eagles went on that little run. Kevon Flint at the line. The free throw's away, and it is no good. Rebound by Allen. Allen's going to push it up court now. Standing back was Randy Flint with Caleb Estes. Driving. Brown. He throws it up off the glass and doesn't get it to fall. Rebound tipped away, and it will remain Eagles basketball. A great hustle play there by Kevon Flint, and the ball just didn't want to go in the rim. It seemed like it was falling and somehow rolled on out.
Yeah, I don't know how the signs worked on that one. It looked
I think it beat physics. Here's Estes' three contested. It is good. Contested three from Caleb Estes. Getting poked away there. Here's Adam Tanner on a fast break. Looks over, and a very awkward move inside there by Josh Corey. It seemed like he took a hop step and then another two to lay it on in. And now this leads back out to an 11. Ty Kellis hasn't had the ball much in his hands today. He gets back over to him. Kevon Flint now. He's going left, loses control of the ball. Settles and fires for three. That three-point shot's away, around, and down. Three-point bucket's good from Kevon Flint. A full timeout taken by head coach Brock Blancett. 36-28. It's an 8-point lead for the Northmen. We're going to step aside. This break's brought to you by Wise Guys Screen Printing. And welcome back here to Columbia, Missouri for this second semifinal matchup. Winner moves on to play at 4 o'clock tomorrow against Chaminade. Loser plays, I believe, at 12 o'clock against Lafayette Wildwood. It's an 8-point game here. Oak Park leads. Sully bringing this one up. Going to work with 1:40 left. Driving to the lane. Adam Tanner throws it off the glass. Can't finish, fighting for the rebounds. Corey getting tangled up. They're going to call a foul. I believe this would be on Ty Kellis. Don't know for sure. It'll be on Adam McKnight. I don't think he was tangled in that one, though. Not who you want to have a foul there. Third foul for McKnight. Tanner cutting back. Now it's going to be the inbounds play. Up and over. Estes inside. Posted up. Inside. Losing control of the basketball. That should be a travel. Second chance. No good. They're going to call a foul there. He lost control of the ball, threw it up, and caught it himself coming down. I don't think it ever got poked out. Free throws away, and it is good.
Yeah, I thought that for sure that was a travel. I mean, he lost control of it in the air and then caught it.
Second free throws away, and it is good. Gives Oak Park a 10-point lead again. Donovan Ross and Aiden Fields will check back into the game. Out comes Brown and Tanner. Flint now to bring it up court. He hit that last three-point bucket for the Eagles. They give him quite a bit of hope. Gets over now to Ty Kellis. Kellis comes around, and that pass is intercepted. Now pushing it up court. Here's Estes. Estes driving the sideline. Step through the two-point buckets away, and it is no good. Rebound by Lane Meltebarger. Gets it up here to Kevon Flint. We're going to see Randy Flint head back to the scores table. Flint now driving to the hole, spinning, getting tangled up. How was there not a foul there?
Yeah, it's the exact same thing they just called on the other end on McKnight, so.
He was spinning and got his arm hooked and got yanked down there. No foul. Trigger man going to be Randy Flint. Looks inside. Meltebarger hop step through. The ball off the glass won't fall. He gets his own rebound. He kicks it out. Randy Flint thinks about it. Cross to McKnight. McKnight step through, spin through a couple defenders, up and over off the glass. Also no good. Rebound there by Josh Corey. And the Eagles cannot capitalize on these second chance opportunities. And a Euro step through the lane, won't finish there. That'll be Corbin Allen. Now the trap coming on. The Eagles trying to get out of this one. Randy Flint trying to stay patient on this one. Diving on the ground, Corbin Allen looks up court. Here's McKnight. He takes a long two. Wide open, nothing but net. Adam McKnight brings this lead back down to 8. McKnight now up to 16 points on this one. 14 seconds left. Here's Corbin Allen. He stands at the Norm Stewart. Calling for the screen coming on Randy Flint. Switching on. Here's Lane Meltebarger. Driving. Loose control of the basketball. Almost poked away. Here's Caleb Estes driving through the lane. A long Euro step off the glass. He'll get it to finish at the buzzer. And a 10-point lead for the Oak Park Northmen. 40-30 is your score. We're going to step aside. This break's brought to you by Beauty and Wellness Co. (40-30) is your score. To be Oak Park basketball to kick off the fourth quarter. 8 more minutes of Class 6 semifinal basketball. The Eagles need something to go through. Combs only has 2 points tonight, and they're down by 10. McKnight leading the way with 16, 3 fouls, and 6 rebounds. And Tanner will go ahead and get going. Here's Caleb Estes. Estes coming off the screen now from Tanner. Now bringing him one on. Corbin Allen. Tanner going to work, hop step through, a long 3 steps there, fighting for the board. He'll find the hands of Randy Flint. Flint gets it up to Kevon Flint. He's driving in transition. A reverse lay there, won't find the hole. Rebound by Adam Tanner. Allen was in pursuit there. He gets up to Allen. Allen driving through the lane. Hop step through the lane. Josh Corey, the monstrous slam.
I think for Flint there, you just got to take the easy layup. I don't think the reverse was the move there.
Try to draw some contact, too. Here's Jace Combs now with 7:19 left on the clock. Combs driving through the lane, kicks it out to Foster. Foster now over to McKnight. Jab step through McKnight. The 15-footer's away, and it falls short. Rebound by Combs. Combs now fading away. His left-handed shot's nothing but net. And now the Eagles are going to come out in a press, trying to get through. Bounce pass over. He'll find Caleb Estes. And a 3-point shot from Corey's away, and it's an air ball. A foul's going to be called there on Corbin Allen. He takes a hard hit on Kevon Flint. He's not happy with that call, but I think I'm going to have to agree with that one. Flint went flying out of nowhere. I don't know what happened.
I wasn't looking at it.
42-32. Combs now 1 for 8. Make that 2 for 9. Bounce pass over to Randy Flint. Flint to Combs, Combs to Flint. Kevon Flint now stands in front of the Eagles bench. Flint goes behind his back, step back, going to work. Looks over, thinks about the long 3. Here's Randy Flint driving baseline, pulls up behind the hoop. 2 will get it to fall. And Flint hits the ground hard. He's grabbing, slowing up. Here's Caleb Estes. And official timeouts. Wow,
no,
it's going to be a foul.
Foster's foul.
Foster fouled, a smart foul. Foster only has, well, that's Foster's 4th foul. And we're going to try to get Flint up and working. It'll be Foster's 3rd foul, actually.
Kellis was heading to check to the scores table, and
I think he just kind of tweaked something there. It looks like it's that knee. He has 2 things of pre-wrap. Here's a 3-point shot from Estes. No good. Fighting for the board. He'll find the hands of Bryce Foster. Foster protecting the ball in a triple team. Spins on out of it. Lose control of the ball. Keeps his dribble alive. Falling to the ground. A blocking foul is going to be called there on Tanner. That will be Tanner's 4th foul.
Yeah, he's backing up, just waiting for Foster to wait for him, and then
the feet kept moving along with him. That's when you're going to get the the blocking foul. If he stayed still there,
I think
there would have been a charge.
Oh, I think that there's arguments both sides. I think Foster had no control of his body.
Zero. I agree with you. Zero.
But I think Tanner was also blocking him. So I think they're going to give that to the blocking foul most of the time.
Kevon Flint now comes around. Now he goes to work, driving over, looks for McKnight. Gets it over to Combs. Combs thinks about it. He's met quickly. Combs coming off a screen now, driving to the hoop. Set back. The 15-footer looks awkward off the hand. Won't finish. Fighting for the rebound will be Corbin Allen. And a foul's going to be called there on Ty Kellis. Kellis' first foul of the game. And gives the Eagles a chance to set up this press. Needing a turnover desperately here. They're having a big one there earlier. Now standing in the middle, picking up his dribble was Caleb Estes. Estes gets it over to Allen. Inside, here's Corey. Corey goes up. His layup will be good over McKnight. And the Eagles need to respond fast here with some more points.
Yeah, time is slowly ticking down here. Feels like it's going fast.
And getting a man the jump, fading away. Kevon Flint. Allen was soaring through the air. Coach Blanksett will use another one of his timeouts. That'll be his second timeout use, or excuse me, his third timeout use. He'll have 2 left. 44-36 is your score. It'll be a full timeout. We're going to step aside. This break brought to you by Night Heating and Air. 5:30 left on the clock, 44-36 your score. The Eagles getting out-rebounded 30-27 right now. And that one's poked away. Foster almost getting control of it, gets it over Allen. Now driving through the lane will be Zeke Brown. His lays high, soaring, no good. Rebound by Adam McKnight. McKnight's going to push it up court now. He finds a lane, headed to the hoop, goes from behind. He's blocked from behind, fighting for the rebound. He'll be out of bounds. No, kept inbounds there from Corey. McKnight driving his hip hard. Timeout called by Oak Park, and the Eagles need to get a bucket after getting a rebound.
I mean, we were just talking on the break. I said every time they get a stop, they somehow end up missing the shot, and just like that.
It's something so simple they need to do here, and it's just they're struggling to do it right now. Like, this team has been really well, this Northman team has been really well of getting pins off the blackboard. We know we talked about Flint going with the reverse there. Adam, why not go with the reverse or just go all out and throw it down, in my opinion? Because at this point, they are coming from behind, and they have every bit of length, size, and speed to get down and track you down. And that's like the third shot pinned off the backboard in transition.
Yeah, they've got to figure out how to get some shot-ups that are not going to get blocked. Put it where they can't get it because, you know, they're coming. Hit a little pump fake or something because they're going to jump most of the time.
You'll draw that foul.
One. Yeah.
The Eagles coming out of the press, trying to get it up and into Allen, burning his man, driving through the lanes. Ross blocked there by Kellis, poked away by Combs. And now the Eagles are in transition. Here's Kevon Flint. Will slow it up now. Flint looking for an opening, going behind his back. Getting the reach there was Allen. Back over, and that's a lazy pass there, taken away from Brown. Driving through the lane. Brown will lay it in for 2. And this is what I mean by you got to find a way to score after getting a turnover. You can't let this 10-point margin stay the same rest of this game. They won't be able to come back.
Is not going to do anything at this point.
Combs now spinning off. He thinks about the 3, gets it over. Bounce pass over to Kellis now. Kellis drives to the lane, spins and it's taken away, finds the hand of McKnight. McKnight will be called there on a foul. Excuse me, McKnight won't be charged with the foul. The charge foul to the Northmen. Charge to number 2. I believe that's Donovan Ross. Foul called there on Donovan Ross. He picks up another foul within 5 seconds of each other. I'd love a three-point bucket coming out of the Eagles here, but it just hasn't seemed like they've had much luck with those. It's over to Kellis now. Kellis, screen brought on by McKnight. Kellis drives baseline, stumbling, picks up his dribble, trapped in the corner now, trying to rip through here, gets over to McKnight. A foul's going to be called on the ground. So I can go to Brown or Allen. Will be charged there to Brown. That will be Brown's 4th foul. I'll send Ty Kellis to the line to shoot some free throws. I don't know why they'd be too mad about sending an Eagle to the line to shoot some free throws. Kellis' first free throw is no good off the back iron. Ty Kellis, I believe he's a 66.7% free throw shooter here for the Eagles. That percentage will drop just a point after that missed free throw. Second free throw's away, and it is good from Kellis, who go 1 for 2 at the line. Now breaking that down from a double-digit lead. And now the Eagles are going to come out of press. And that ball's thrown high and away to Corey. Corey met quickly by Flint. Flint now pressing up on him, hands it over to Allen. He'll switch over to Allen. Allen finds a hole. He's playing a little keep away, and here comes, I'm guessing, kind of holding this ball back. Kellis pressed up on Allen. He drives to the lane. A foul's going to be called there on Ty Kellis. It'll be Kellis' 2nd foul. Corey now gets a high arcing pass inside, trying to get a pick away there from Allen, and Allen will lay it in for 2 more to put him up by 11. Foster driving, gets it over Flint. Flint thinks about it. Tanner presses up on him. Step back from Flint. He's putting those handles on, going to work. 3:35 left on the clock, spinning. Fading away, here's Flint. No good off the front iron. Rebound there by McKnight. McKnight steps through, getting tangled up with Allen. Looks for anybody, kicks it back out to Flint. Screen brought on by McKnight, rolling here through the lane. The floater from Flint will roll on in for 2 more. Kevon Flint now up to 10 points.
We're going to need some big buckets here.
Some quick buckets as well. Taking away, here's Jace Combs driving to the rim. Hop step through the lay-in, and it is good for 2 more. Jace Combs now up to 6 after causing that turnover. And the Eagles press, trying to put some good work on it. And there's a foul called on Combs. Just poked that one free. Jace Combs' 2nd foul. Allen will be the trigger man. Looking for anybody, gets it over Estes. Estes now, trap, driving, bounce pass over. Combs falling to the ground. Intercepted there by Adam McKnight. He looks over, here's Combs. Combs steps out, looks back inside McKnight, high arcing pass. Hop step through, and the lay is good. It's back down to 5 points. The Eagles going on a big run here. Here's Cameron Allen driving through the lane. Loses control of the basketball. Regains possession. No charge called there. Hop step through the lane. Blocked from behind. Ty Kellis. A foul's going to be called here on the back end. I don't know how. He swatted that one out of the air. It's going to be charged to Ty Kellis. Are you kidding me? His shot was in the air when he hit it. And the boos are roar from the Eagles faithful. Not happy with that call at all. That was a bad one, to say the least.
I've never seen Burns with a reaction like that before.
I've seen it a time or two. Here's Cameron.
I'm talking about sports related. I've seen it Nixa Live related. I've never seen it.
Here's Corbin Allen's first free throws away, and it will be no good. And Adam McKnight, this wouldn't be an Eagles basketball game if McKnight wasn't bleeding, cut open, or rolling an ankle. And I'll be danged, he's bleeding.
I think he's done all 3 of those tonight.
I think he has done all 3 of those in this one. McKnight, described as the mitochondria of this Eagles team. Second free throw is good from Allen. Brings it out to 6 points. Timeout call. This will be a full timeout by the Northmen. 2:34 left on the clock. Aiden, what is this Eagles team doing right now to bring this lead back down?
The press, it's killing Oak Park right now, so they got to figure out a way to get the press off and and finish through with it. Sorry, there's a lot going on right now.
Emotions are high, I mean, from everybody in this gym right now. I mean, Adam McKnight, 9 for 16 from inside, and he's been the majority of this offense so far. The Eagles faithful on their feet. I mean, again, wouldn't it be an Eagles basketball game if Clayton Hines wasn't giving us the Nixa? And all the momentum trying to stay on this white side. They need something to get going, a 3-ball, something, more work inside of and one. I think right now would be a great time for an Adam McKnight and one.
Yeah, that would get the place going for sure. And
a spot for the state championship on the line. The winner will play Chaminade here at 4 o'clock. Loser plays at 10 against Lafayette Wildwood. We Eagles basketball down by 6 have really shown and cut this lead down. An impressive showing here in the last 2 minutes. Is it too late for the Eagles, or is it just right about time?
I mean, 2:30 is a lot of time, and they cut this lead down to 6, which feels like a lot, which feels like a really short lead for how this game's been so far.
Here's Kevon Flint setting up this Eagles offense. Screen brought on by McKnight. Drive, step back. Back over, driving through the lane, picks up his dribble. Kevon Flint settles. That's going to be off to the left. Falls short. It's going to roll out of bounds. It will be Eagles basketball. McKnight takes out the legs of Corbin Allen. Should have been a foul. Was not called there. Allen didn't have anywhere to land. He hits the ground hard. And I don't know how Allen hasn't got a technical either.
Yeah, he's very vocal, as most players like him are.
And throwing that one away is Ty Kellis. It'll be Oak Park basketball.
Yeah, when I say, I mean, he's just a really competitive player, and competitive players like that talk a lot to the rest because they know yeah. But it's competitive nature right there. Just like Adam McKnight, I'd say he's one of those as well that loves to talk.
Eagles press, gets it over, almost thrown away there by Tanner, thrown high and away, almost into the lap of Wheeler next to us. Trap brought into the corner. Now the high post, Corey's inside wide open, gets a man to jump. He lays it in for 2. This lead brought back out to an 8-point lead. 1:53 left on the clock. The Eagles need to go, and go. 2 minutes is quite some time, but not a lot. Here's Kevon Flint driving now. Going back to work, side step back over, picks up his dribble, looks for anybody, finds Combs. Combs now, 1:38. Going to work, step back, finds a hole. He takes a contested 3, and that is off. Rebound by Kellis. Kellis goes through. He's getting put in a headlock there. And a foul's going to be called really early. Foul called there on Caleb Estes. That's going to be Estes' 4th foul.
I mean, yeah, he hit him in a headlock there.
Kellis' free throw. He settles and fires away, and it is no good off the back iron. And this Eagles free throw shooting has been atrocious all night long. 30% from the line, 3 for 10. Free throws away, and it will go on in for Ty Kellis. Timeout called by Coach Blancett. He'll have one more remaining after this one. It's going to be a 7-point game now.
Not many players.
31 left.
Not many players on this Nixa team can afford to give fouls here. I mean, Foster with 3, Kellis with 3, McKnight with 3.
Flint with 2, Combs with 2. I don't think. Do you think this Oak Park team doesn't seem like the ones to hold the ball out? I think it's going to be as long as the Eagles are still scoring, they're going to still score.
Yeah, I mean, Eagles have not hit many three-point shots tonight, so one of those would be huge right now. But
the Eagles 2 for 10, 20% from 3. These numbers just aren't good. From the field, they're 39.6%. From three-point land, they're 20%. And from free throw line, they're 36.4%. It's not what you want at all. Now look at over here, 38% from the field for Oak Park, 23 from three-point land, and 71 from the line. The Eagles now coming out of the press. Oak Park looking to break it. It's going to find Estes. Estes, a baseball link pass, throws it up. Tanner high pointing that ball. Will pull it out beyond the arc. Ty Kellis reaching in. Here's Tanner, finds a hole, looks inside. Reverse lay from Allen is good. And that puts him up there by 9 points. Kellis now driving. Step back, looks for anyone, finds Adam McKnight. He takes the top of the key. 3, nothing but net. Adam McKnight from deep. Timeout called by Coach Brock Blancett. And when you need him most, He will convert. He hasn't taken a three-point shot in a month in a game, but he does it on the biggest stage tonight to cut the lead down to 6.
Yeah, I feel like there also could have been an extra foul there, too. McKnight got hit.
I really think there should have been an and one here too, and the Eagle student section really questioning why there wasn't a foul there. That would have been huge, but oh my goodness, Adam McKnight, you amaze me every time.
Yeah, a minute 8 seconds. I mean, this is going to be the longest 68 seconds of these guys' lives. It's going to feel like, well, probably on Oak Park, it's going to feel like the longest 68 seconds, but Nixa, it's going to feel like the shortest 68 seconds.
Yeah, both teams really relying on time here, and neither of them have much. Oak Park might have a little too much. The Eagles might have a little less in this moment, but no matter what, the time's the same for both teams. 6-point game after that McKnight three-pointer puts 21 points for 21.
I mean, Allen and McKnight have been absolutely killer on both sides of the ball. McKnight 8 rebounds. Allen, he's at 17 points, 10 rebounds.
Eagles press coming out, looking to break it and throwing up. Here's Tanner driving through the lane. His lay is up, and it is good. And this press is getting broken with ease by this Northman team. Now pushing up court. Here's Kevon Flint. Flint now going to work. Hands it off to McKnight. McKnight spinning off, gets it over Flint, left it wide open for 3. Sidestep. His three-point shot's away, and it is good with 47 seconds left. The Eagles calling out for a foul now. Gets up to Estes, and Estes will be fouled. They'll send him to the line. Now a 5-point game after that Flint 3. Send him to the line to shoot 2. Estes 50% from the line. He went 1 for 2 his first time around. And Oak Park will sit back. 55-50 is your score with 42 seconds left on this clock. Estes' first free throw is away, and it is good. The 1-and-1 leaving the game is one of the most crucial parts, in my opinion, to some of these games. It gives this team a chance to shoot 2 free throws. Now a 2-possession game. 41.7 seconds left. Here's a free throw. It's away, and it is good. Now it's a 7-point game. The Eagles trail. They need a 3-point ball, something to fall here. Here's Kevon Flynn. He's going to push it up court. Coming off a screen. He's a sidestep. Take a 3. It's away, and it's no good. And that will most likely do it here at Mizzou Arena. They trail now by 7 with 32.1 seconds left on the clock. First free throws around and down. Besides the loss, the closest game for this Oak Park team was played within 4 points. The Eagles now down by 8. Free throws away, and it is good. This Oak Park team, the #1 team in the state, now leading against the #2 team in the state, the Nixa Eagles. Foster looking to go to work. He drives through, throws it up off the glass, no good. Rebound by Allen, and they won't foul this one out. Allen has a wide open transition. He's going to go up and throw it down. And the icing on the cake for Oak Park will do it. Combs come up. He'll step up, fire away from 3. Won't go. McKnight puts it in through inside. He'll be blocked. And that will do it for Mizzou Arena. 2.7 seconds left on the clock. A hard one to fall from the Eagles. But they have done nothing but make this city proud. 61-50. The Nixa Eagles fall in the state semifinal matchup. A heartbreaker, to say the least. Oak Park will play Chaminade at 4 o'clock tomorrow. The Eagles will play Lafayette Wildwood at 10 a.m. Thank you guys for everybody tuning in. This one was a heartbreaker. Congratulations to the Oak Park Northmen. And Nixa will have one more tomorrow. Aiden, you got anything else to say?
Good game by both teams. That was a good basketball game, that's for sure.
Great games by both teams. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to this edition to Nixa basketball. And we will step aside and see you guys back here tomorrow morning. Thank you for tuning in.